Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I'm just doing the second sleeve on my sweater. I've just made a few second little video to show you what it's starting to look like. I've laid it out on my floor with the back and the front and one of the sleeves, so this sleeve here, but it was on the floor when I'd done the video. I've got it on there to check the colours on the bottom, but I don't think I quite got it right. But I'll show you the little video what it's starting to look like now. Well, this is how sweater is looking now. That's the sleeve finished. I just have the other sleeve to do now and put the neckband on, and I've got plenty wool to finish it off with, so I've got no worries about running out of wool. So that's how my sweater's looking now. It'll not be long get it finished now. Once I start on the pieces, I seem to fly along once I get started on it. But like I'm saying, I was checking what I started on the bottom on that one with the green and then the fawnish colour, but it has a bit of green and mixed in with it. And I thought that's at the start. If you look at the green there, it's at before the green and it's after the green as well. And I thought I could see the green when I was pulling this out, and I thought, oh, it's okay. But I was looking at the little bit green that is on here, and I thought that was the start of the green, but it's a mixture of the both. But it'll not matter, it's only a few rows probably difference there. The stripes will be, of course it could be different. Doesn't see it's exactly the same as the other ball anyway, the way the stripes fall. But I wasn't really matching it up anyway. I haven't matched the back with the front anyway. I've just knitted it as it came. But I thought, seeing as it looked like it was near to what I started on the sleeve, I thought I'd try and match the two sleeves, but it doesn't always work out like that. And you know, it's been a funny day today. We were supposed to have rain all day today. There was supposed to be thunder and lightning. It never happened. It had rain during the night, but it had, you can see it hasn't sort of dried up. It has been sort of miserable all day, but it has been quite warm. And I had some tomatoes. My granddaughter gave me some tomato plants. I don't have a greenhouse or anything like that to grow, and I've just put them in where I think is the warmest part of the garden, where I have my strawberries on the right hand side of the garden beside the hedge, because I think the hedge keeps it warm as well down there. So that's where I've put them there. But I know I'll probably end up with, the last time I grew tomatoes in my garden, I think it was the same place, they hadn't ripened by the time, you know, the growing season was over, and I had to bring them in and put them in one of the drawers in my house with a ripe banana. It did ripen them, but they all ripened at the same time, so there was a lot of waste. I think I made a lot of tomato soup and things like that with them. But she had one or two plants. She had grown more than she had room for. She hasn't got a very large garden. She can only get so much in a garden, so she gave some to me. And she says she had some one or two broccoli, I think 4 broccoli plants. She says, but I don't know whether they're any good, Nana, because the leaves has been eaten. So I'm checking them today, because I put the tomatoes in the garden. I thought I'll check the broccoli, I'll get them put in as well. It's in the same patch, but further along where I have the strawberries in. And you know, there was hardly any leaves on them. They're probably not coming to anything, but I put them in. I says, you never know, they might. There's 1 or 2 leaves on. There was only 4 of them. One of them had no leaves on at all. There was just a little bit stalk sticking out. probably been earwigs and things like that. That's probably been eating them before she gave them to me. But I've put them in, but at one of them I very much doubt it'll grow. That's the one that's just a stalk. But the other three had some leaves and that on, so they might grow. They might be okay. But you know, it's been dry all day, but it's been sort of damp. When I put the tomatoes and the broccoli into the garden, you know, I couldn't get the soil off the little trowel that I was using. It was so wet and it was sticky and sticking to there. And I thought, well, I can't do anything else in the garden till it dries up a little bit. But at least it didn't rain today. And oh, I can't use my phone. I'm using my tablet. It's standing in front of my laptop, but I have to bring the screen forward a bit on the laptop to, you know, to get enough of me in on the tablet, and I have my phone in front of the tablet, pushing it against the screen to stop it from falling over. And I keep thinking, oh, I need to look on my phone, but I can't. It's keeping the tablet up. But anyway, I looked at the weather thing earlier on today, and it is supposed to rain all day tomorrow with thunder and lightning tomorrow, which was supposed to be today. So I'm hoping it's going to end up like today and no more rain, but I very much doubt it, because I think it's going to rain during the night as well. As we're in for quite a few days of horrible rain. Other things, but you know, you do need rain for. I had some my front garden, I think under my hedge, I had put some primroses that I'd dug out, and I just put them in under where the hedge was for to leave, and I thought I can dig them up and separate them, because they do need separating. And yesterday all the leaves were just flat and lying over the plant that was so dry, but today they're all standing up, so that's we definitely needed the rain. And all the soil, everything in my garden was all dry. Everything I was doing in the garden, it was all dried soil, but it's all wet and soggy now. Because I wanted to start digging over the part of my garden, digging it over properly, that where my granddaughter had dug all the weeds and that out. It still needs digging over properly. And I was going to have a few potatoes left over from what I grew last year, that in my outhouse, and they've got lots of sprouts on. And I was going to take some of the chits that you call them. I was going to take 1 or 2 chits off them, because they're just small potatoes, to see if I can get some larger ones from them, because I only have like June, July, August, maybe September. Our growing season up for potatoes is up until about the middle of October. That's the latest they grow to. So I have a little bit time, and I thought putting potatoes in that plot would be a good thing, because you know, you keep moving the soil about when you've got potatoes in, because you keep piling the soil up around as they start growing, because some of them show through the soil and that, and then you dig it over when you dig them out. So I thought that's a good way to get the soil, you know, help the soil a bit in that, because there is a lot of clay in that part of the garden that's been dug over. But that was to do with gardening today. But I have done a bit crochet this morning on my thing. I'm putting over the armrest tidy. That's what it is, armrest tidy. I did some of that today to get that up on my crochet channel, to show what I've been doing. I thought I need to get it finished, and because I want to make one for the other side as well, because I need a lot of places for to keep things. So I did a bit of that, and I did a bit of this one today. But this one is sort of hard going on my wrist. I do get trouble with my wrists now and again. That one's wrapped around my arm. I do get a bit trouble with my wrists now and again, and this one seems to aggravate it. It's some people call it like the popcorn stitch, but it's like a bramble Trinity stitch, that's what it is. And I am purling 3 stitches together, And then the next stitch you are purl, knit, no, knit, purl and knit into that stitch. And I seem to be twisting my wrist a bit more than usual when I'm doing this, because it's quite hard getting across the row. It's okay when I do the other row because it's just purl all the way across, but this every other row is this twisting one, and it seems to be taking me a lot longer to knit this one. I don't think I'll be doing this one very much. I'm going to have to get I have some things I put on, like tubular bandage things on my wrist when they get like that, because it has really affected this wrist. This is the wrist that I do all the throwing with. That's what you call it, the throwing, because my type of knitting is throwing. You throw the like that when you're knitting. So that's what I'm going to have to do for that one. It's going to take me a while for that one because it's going to be that pattern all over it. You see what I call a throw? I'm throwing like that, and I seem to be going like that, and it's harder to get through all those 3 stitches, and then harder to do that one stitch where you're making 3 stitches out of that one stitch, and it just does seem to be really aggravating my wrist. But I'll persevere. I'll get my little tubular wrist things out and put them on. That'll help a little bit. But you know, I've got to try these different stitches. I've never actually done that, knitted anything in that stitch before. I have done a tutorial. I think I did a tutorial one Christmas time, probably on this channel somewhere, showing how to do this stitch, but I've never actually knitted it myself, to knitted anything with it. I just knew how to knit the stitch, but I've never knitted anything. And it's a really lovely pattern that comes out as well. So, but I'm on doing my own at the moment, and I have when I finish this one, I have to other things that I want to do. I have one of those tubular scarves that I was knitting. Is it? I need to finish that off. It's down here somewhere, I think. Yes. I've got my wool on the floor. Oh, that's the crochet one, that one. I have 3 things. I've got 3 bows down there. That's for the crochet. That's for my sweater. And that's one for the Trinity stitch I'm doing. That's 3 I'm using all at once, and they're all stuck on there. Yes, that one there. I need to finish that off, that scarf. It's not quite long enough yet, but I have to put a couple of pom-poms on, but I need to finish that off. And the little hat that I'll be doing with it, and get that into my stock for the, you know, for the winter things. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build some stock for different times. Trying to build some up, and then when I get a few things, I'll put them all up onto eBay. Then, like, the little pink cardigan has gone as well, that I was doing, where I had to put the different yarn on the neck. It's the different pink. It's hardly noticeable, actually. You had to hold it in a certain light to see the difference. Most of the time it looked exactly the same as the other one, but a certain light caught it and you could see it was just a slightly deeper pink. But that one's gone to Patricia, so if anybody was thinking about asking for it, it's gone. So I may do this one next. I've got the scarf through the handle. I may do this one next, after I finish my sweater. And then this one that I started quite a while ago as well, I think I'll start carrying on with that one, finish that one up. It is a cardigan, but it's chunky, and it's going to be far too warm for me for the summer, so it'll probably be a winter cardigan, this one. Like, I don't like thick, chunky things for cardigans in the summer. So that one I need to do. I've got out of the habit of knitting that cable pattern. I'm going to have to start reading up on it again, because I do need to finish that. Wouldn't take too long to finish it, actually, because it's chunky. you put that back in there. Yeah, back over there. That is what I have to do at the moment. And I've got the wool wrapped around this. Got all these different lots of wool down here, and I'm getting tangled up with them all. Let's tell you where the end down here is all tangled in as well. There, that's it. I haven't had my tea yet, so I'm still tied up here. So I'll be going down to get my tea, and then I'll come back up and do a bit more of this tonight. And hope tomorrow, I know the forecast said it's going to rain all day, but it said that on the forecast for today, and it hasn't. I'm hoping it's going to stay dry a little bit for the soil to dry out, so I can start getting things done in my garden again. But sometimes I'm glad of the rest as well. Sometimes I am glad when it does rain, so I can't do anything in the garden, and I've got to sit in the house and do whatever knitting I can. So that's just a little bit today. So thumbs up and subscribe. I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.